Today we are doing a range test on a Chevrolet Brightdrop 400. This is the standard battery front wheel drive. So it's about 120 kilowatt hours usable and I think about 232 to 240 horsepower. We're gonna plug it in. We're at the supercharger. I do have my CCS adapter. So let me start the charge. Open up the charge door, plug in my adapter. Then I need to click on my Tesla app. I gotta click here, start. What are we on? 1A? 1A. Get start. Will it reach? Oh yeah.
You just push it in, right?
Yeah, you just push it. Push the thing on the bottom here. Now press it in.
Oh.
There you go. We're charging. It feels weird to enter the vehicle from the rear. It says charge cord connected. It's only charging at charging interrupted or overridden. It says on here that it was, oh, there it goes. Pulling some power now. We're getting, there's 120 kilowatts. Oh, it's actually pulling more power than I thought it would. 135? That's actually not too bad. That's over 1C charging. That's pretty decent. And if it has a pretty flat curve, that's actually not gonna be a terrible charge. This thing, honestly, especially because you can get these for like 45 grand, brand new with a lot of the rebates. This is actually a really nice vehicle if you wanted to do like a van life thing. You go into here. It says, max this out. It says it'll be ready by 5:35, so it's an hour and a half from now. But it did say to 80% would be about 40 minutes. So that's not too bad. That's decent. That's livable. Actually, let me verify that. If I go back to 80%, it says 40 minutes from 20 to 80%. So that's not that fast, but for a van, it's fine. At 40%, nearly we're pulling 146 kilowatts. I'm curious if the max range battery actually charges any faster or not. We've put in almost 40 kilowatt hours. We're pulling 151 kilowatts on here. I actually don't know what the voltage is of this battery. If I went to an EVgo station, it would tell me that. But I think it's in the low to mid 300s. So if we do the math, the calculator, so we do 150,000 watts divided by, let's just say 320 volts. We're pulling anywhere from 400 to 470 amps probably. So I would assume that this is actually probably pulling the full 500 amps that CCS can give us. So that's at least good to know that it is maxing out the charger. Now this is worse than Silverado EV because this does not do the 4 to 800 volt switch. So if it was switched to 800 volt mode, it would charge at double this speed at the same amperage, but the Brightdrop doesn't do that as far as I'm concerned. Even on the big battery models, I still don't think it does it. Almost at 75% stated charge, and we're getting over 100 kilowatts still. So that is a very flat charging curve. Peaked at about 150, dropped down to about 100. So just now at 75%, it's dipping below 100 kilowatts. So that's actually a pretty flat curve. Charges better than a lot of vehicles in terms of absolute kilowatt rate, but in terms of C rate, it's not that fast.
Hey Van, say hi to the camera. Say hi. No, the other.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Hi.
There we go.
All right, at about 86% stated charge, we've just dipped below 50 kilowatts. So the charging curve on this is actually very flat. Not a huge peak, but very flat charging curve, very usable charging curve in my opinion. All right, at 90%, we are pulling 37 kilowatts. Yeah, this is the, I believe, 14 module GM battery. They have a 14, a 16, a 20, and a 24, I believe. The 24 is what's in the big battery Silverado. Although this one only gets up to a 20 module. It doesn't get the full 24 module battery. It'd be cool if it did. Then you'd have like 212 kilowatt hours to play with. You'd almost have like 100 more than this thing. You could do like 450 miles on that battery. We're at 97% stated charge, pulling 20 kilowatts. This, oops, fast charging to 100%, ready in 15 minutes. It says. Last 5% does take a while. I wouldn't charge past 80 or 85 on a road trip. Not like you're going to be really road tripping this van anyway, but whatever. We are at 100% stated charge, but we can't actually unplug it until it actually stops. Even though it says 100, it still has to calibrate the top of the battery. So we'll unplug when it clicks off. It does say 100. All right, so we just got the notification that charging is complete. It has stopped pulling power. It popped up here and it said it added like 152 miles of range or something. I'm gonna go in the trip menu and do vehicle status, trip. I'm gonna reset trip 2. Trip 2 reset. We're at 0 miles. Let's go unplug. Take my adapter. Let me check before we leave. I'm going to check how many kilowatt hours we put in. We put 99 kilowatt hours, and we arrived here with 20%. So that probably is accurate, about 120 kilowatt hours. $45 charge, hour and 24 minutes. All right, let's get on the road. Door closed, trip is reset. HVAC is set to 68 degrees on automatic, not using heated seats or anything. We're gonna do 70 miles an hour out. The only caveat is the tire pressure is a little bit low. It's about 10 PSI low on each tire, but in my opinion, that's probably not gonna make much difference because that only makes a difference on a really efficient vehicle. Into drive, and we're off. So we're gonna try to get on the highway.
Glare of 1,000 suns. Gosh dang.
Gently accelerate. We're not going to floor in or anything, but gently get up to highway speed. I'm going to set cruise control at 70 miles an hour. I'm actually going to verify that that is 70 with the GPS speedometer, and then we'll do 75, 25, and 50% check-ins on our range, and then when we get below 10%, we'll pick up there. So, carrying some momentum, gently accelerating here, up to 70. 70 miles an hour, set cruise control, there's 71. Okay, so Franklin just verified that 70 is actually 70. I forgot to mention that we have about a 5 mile an hour southeast wind, so it'll be a headwind on the way out and a tailwind on the way back, which is fine. That's why we do a loop style test. Did mention that it is about 75 degrees outside. It is sunny, as you can see by the sun glare on my face. Alright, 80% stated charge check-in. I know I said I would do it every 25, but we're at 80. We've done exactly 30 miles. So obviously we're going to be less efficient on the way out than we are on the way back. So it looks like we might be looking closer to 165 to 170 miles on this short range battery. So we've still got 144 miles left according to the vehicle's range estimate. So... Okay, whoa, bumpy there. We're at 75% state of charge. We've done 37.5 miles, averaging 1.3 miles per kilowatt hour. That's really not great. We are going into a 5 mile an hour headwind going this direction, so we will gain that on the way back. And I don't think there's really much total elevation change, but there is some ups and downs. Yeah, the van says we got 134 miles left, according to the guessometer. So we'll see how far it actually goes, but we've almost gone 40 miles, 38. And so, yeah, here we are. We're getting close to 60%. We've done almost 60 miles. The van still says it's got 107 miles of range left. And I'm pretty sure that's predictive, so maybe it's got more down low than I'm thinking. We're probably gonna turn around at, what did I say, 53? There's 60 right there. 60 miles exactly, so that's 150 exactly, almost on the nose. But that's assuming that the stated charge gauge is perfect, which none of them truly are. The efficiency will get better though on the way back, so that will help. All right, we're about to flip around. We're at 58% state of charge. That's 63 miles at 1.3 miles per kilowatt hour. These pillars are kind of a blind spot, I will say. It's hard to see. Excellent turning radius. Alright, we're at 50% stated charge. We've done 77 miles on the nose, 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour since we've turned around. getting better efficiency. So maybe we're looking closer to 160 on this thing, but obviously that's not accounting for below zero buffer, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so 77 miles on 50% charge. That's not great, but then again, if you had the max range version of this, you would have 50% more range because it's a 50% larger battery and the thing just fell down. Yeah. $100 miles exactly and 70 kilowatt hours exactly. The battery is 120 kilowatt hours, which means we still have 50 left. So we should do 170, correct? The vehicle says we have 62 miles left, but my math is saying 70, but that's probably not accounting for buffer. Anyway, we're just cruising along. So I'm gonna turn around, head back towards Kaufman. If my dad is busy, or if he's home before we run out, I'll have him grab a the generator and my mobile connector, and we'll actually run it to dead. If not, then I'll just get it low and then pull into the supercharger. Alright, merging back up to speed. Luckily this road is very long, so I'll have a lot of time to do that. We're at 25% stated charge. We've done 116.1 miles, 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour, and we've used 81 kilowatt hours, which means at 25% we still have like a lot more range to go. I would guess probably another 50 to 60 miles. We might actually hit the target 180 or 178 mileage rating of the vehicle, which should actually be pretty good considering that's the mixed driving cycle, not the highway number, and the tire pressures are a little bit low, and the tires are not fully broken in. We'll keep going. I'm gonna go past this one and flip around at one of the next little ones that's not actually a town, so we'll have to flip around soon-ish. Yeah, we're just cruising. Catch you guys at the next update. Okay, we're flipping around again. We're at 24% state of charge. Been just past camp, so that was another 20 miles or so probably in this direction. Merging's gonna be a little sketchy here. I'm gonna have to floor it probably. The whole on-ramp here is just a turn. We'll lose all of our efficiency. It's on the floor. See what the merging power is like. It's not terrible, but it's not fast. I just got a charge vehicle soon warning message. I wasn't able to capture it on camera. I think it happens when you hit 30 miles of range left. But we still have 30 kilowatt hours left, so we definitely have more than 30 miles of range. 17%, you can see that stated charge meter is now yellow, indicating that we've dipped below 30 miles of guesstimated range. We've done 130 miles almost, 128 and a half, and we're heading back towards Athens now. I honestly think that this thing is gonna get really close to the 178 miles of combined range that GM promised. I think it's gonna be within 5 miles. Whether or not it's over or under that, not quite sure, but it's gonna be within 5 miles. Now, if the tire pressures were set to the ideal tire pressure, then it would be almost bang on EPA range out of this thing, but we're working with what we got. And honestly, the tire pressure probably doesn't matter that much because the reason why they set it that high is for payload, not necessarily efficiency. 16% state of charge, 130 miles traveled. Let's do it. Okay, we are at 10% state of charge. We've went 140 miles basically, 139.2. We've only used 98 kilowatt hours, which means we still have 23 left to go if it is actually a 121 usable. So, still got a lot more range left. At least I think so. If not, the other number I'm thinking of is 108, which might be the usable number, and that is would mean we'd only have 14 miles left, and this says 17 miles, which should mean that we actually have more than that. Adaptive cruise disengaging. Reduced acceleration, drive with care. Charge say cruise control canceled, charge vehicle now. I can't re-engage cruise. And the range estimation just says low, and we're at 7% battery. So we're gonna hop on the loop and do some loops until she dies. My dad's probably gonna be able to get us, so we'll be able to get the full number on this. Oh, 6.5 kilowatt hours, 2%. It can still output 130 kilowatts though on brief bursts. I don't know why it only gave me like 100 up that hill. That was weird. 150 miles on the nose at 2%. We still have a little bit more range. If my math is correct, we still have 14 more kilowatt hours. Unless the battery is only 108, then we only have 1. But maybe we might just run out right here at 1%. Oh well, we have a recovery vehicle on the way, so if we have to wait on the side of the road for a while, it's not the end of the world. There's 1%. Oh, there's 50 kilowatts. Oh, I'm on the floor. Okay, we can't maintain highway speed anymore. 151 miles. I don't know. I don't think it's 120. All right, I'm on the floor, and I'm only pulling 32 kilowatts. So, okay, I'm thinking that it's not 120 usable. That's 120 gross. 108 usable. So now we know. So 152 miles, or it was 150 and then, oh, okay, well there goes the camera. It was 150 until we couldn't maintain highway speed anymore. There's no one behind us, so that's good. Maybe it's like 110. We're definitely near the end here. Oh God. I think we can get to the charger though, if we just coast gently here. It might do the little thing where like turn it off and back on again and it starts moving. Yeah. It might. Oh yeah, we're losing power here. Let me turn the hazards on. Oh God. It's still creeping along though. It might creep like this for a long time. I don't know. It's only pulling about 10 kilowatt. All right, we're only doing 36 miles an hour and I'm floored. It still is outputting power though. We need to get off the highway. Well, I'm gonna take this exit because I don't think we can get up that hill. There was someone behind us.
And there still is. Nope. Yeah, no, there is.
I don't really want to stop though. Is there anyone coming? All right, I'm going. We're just gonna roll this stop sign here. It's fine. I don't think this is the right road.
It's not. It's the next exit.
Well, at least we're off the highway now. Take me to the Taco Casa, please.
We're not making that.
Let me get over one. Maybe this is the correct road, actually.
Distracted driving.
Distracted driving?
Oh, freaking communists.
Oh, we're not going to be able to get up this hill. Oh. Drivetrain power lost. Pull over safely. We did 155 miles on the nose. Out of energy. You don't say. Alright, I'm going to try the on and off thing. So I'm going to turn it off for a second.
Ancient Chinese method.
It sucks that we're on a hill.
Yeah.
So, note to self, the standard range Brightdrop is not 120 kilowatt hours, it's 108. Or actually, I think it was 109, I think we pulled out.
Dude, this car keeps deceiving us.
Alright, let's try starting it again.
Oh.
Conditions not...
I think I went away.
Conditions not correct for shift. Did it spell correct wrong? It looked like it was spelled incorrectly.
Every light on the cage cluster. Yeah, so,
Okay, let's turn climate off to save energy.
let me tell your dad we ran out of power.
Wait, reduced acceleration. Oh, it says vehicle. Okay, never mind. I thought it said reduced acceleration, so I thought maybe we could go. So here's our trip. We did 155 miles.
On the money.
1.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Does it say how many vehicle status? No. This one. We used 108.7 kilowatt hours. So that is the usable capacity of the Brightdrop standard range battery. Yeah, so don't trust, well, actually do trust the BMS because it was correct. But don't trust what Google says. So what will a Brightdrop 400 standard range do on the highway? Well, about 155 to 160 miles, which is, to be fair, what they say for the highway range. The combined range is 178, I believe, on this vehicle, and the city range is like 198, and the highway number is like 158. So if the tire pressures were set correctly, and if the tires were fully broken in, I think we would have seen 160 out of this thing in the same conditions. So not a lot of range, but then again, it did basically do what it said on the tin, more or less.
Did you run out of power?
Yeah. That's good, that'll reach. There's a blue light. Oh, it loaded up. And I think it's charging. What does it say? It doesn't tell me. Kilowatt. What?
It's ready by 1:15 p.m.
Well, because it's a... There we go. Yeah, 7 kilowatt. Perfect. We'll probably be here for like, I don't know, probably needs 3 kilowatt hours, so probably 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah. So at least we know if we run out, this is how we fix it. All right, 2% battery. Okay. Charging? Yeah. Turn that on the GoPro. Okay. Okay, let's close this door. Let me click the start button. Goes into gear. Okay, that's good. It's a good sign. Pretty well. Okay, let's plug this thing in. Lost connection to charger.
How?
There we go.
Good.
120 at 1% is pretty strong considering it's so dead. Okay, we made it back to the supercharger. So here's some things to report. So the range at the end when the battery finally died was 155 miles. The efficiency was 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour. We pulled 108.7 kilowatt hours out of this battery. Now, there is some caveats I think that could have improved the range. One being tire pressure. They were about 8 psi low per tire. Then again, I don't think that probably matters that much because it's probably set up that way for payload, not for efficiency. The other thing is that the tires could have been more broken in. Again, I don't think that would probably have made that much difference in the grand scheme. Maybe both of those two would have made a difference of maybe 5 to 8 miles, if that. Now, we did technically match the vehicle's highway EPA range, which is about 156, I believe, 158, or thereabouts. If you would have had ideal tire pressures, you would have hit it. Although the EPA's actual rated range for the vehicle is 178 miles, and we were about 23 short, 23 miles less than PA, but that's on the highway, of course. And highway makes a huge difference when your vehicle's this big. So, yeah. Not great range. There is a reason why the max pack exists. I guarantee with that battery we would have gotten well over 250 miles out of this same vehicle. And with the max battery pack, it probably charges a little bit faster too. So that's the one to go for in my opinion. Go for the 600 with the max battery. The standard range is usable if you do local stuff, but not on the highway. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. See you guys in the next one.